See if anyone comes in. I'm just coming on for a quick chat, a little bit of a message, looking out to this beautiful, don't know if you can see, sky today. Don't know what it looks like on camera because it might not look as blue, but you know, I'm just sorting some of my bits out, so we'll see if anyone comes in. If not, that's fine. Right, I've run out of glue. Oh God, I'm tidying up. No, I've tidied up certain bits. I'm chucking rubbish out the house today. I didn't realise there was that much shit. I'm just like, right, let's bag this up. Need to get to the tip. So I'm forgetting where I've put everything because I've moved everything around. I'm just looking for a glue stick, which is in this thing on the table. But finished my paintings off, but just realised I've got to order a massive big bubble wrap thing for my painting to send out, not a small bubble wrap, like a massive big roll of it. So I've just remembered that I've got to go and do that. I'm going to come up here, see if this glue gun works. Try and move it back a bit actually, a bit too in my face. But I see 3 people there. People. What's going on? It's glue stuck to me. But yeah, I put a few videos up today when I went down the country walk. I'm just having a bit of a chill now because I've just been getting loads of crap out. Now I've got to move it to get ready to bin it. So I've just decided to come and finish on some bits I was doing yesterday, which was, funny enough, getting inspired in nature, was these little cards. They probably won't come across well on here, but they are little fairies, watercolour fairy cards. Hi Coyote. There's going to be 3 in a pack and I'm just working on another one. Probably hard to see in this lighting, I'm not quite sure, but they're really cute. So I've got them to do with a load of other cards that I'm designing. Thank you. Don't put bubble wrap against the canvas. No, the bubble wrap won't be against the canvas. There'll be stuff over that, and then the bubble wrap will be on the outside, and then it'll be wrapped in something else. But I need bubble wrap to send it in, a big bubble wrap, just to pad it out a little bit, cardboard on the corners and all that sort of good stuff. But yeah, so that's all cool. I don't know what else I've been working on. I've got some other bits and bobs I'm working on, just first layers on some more badges. Like these ones I've done. They've still not gone up yet. And then I came across, because I've been tidying up, I came across, I was working on this for myself ages ago, and I was like, oh, I think I might try and finish it off. And then it amazes me because it's in the colour blue that I'm always waffling on about, and it's got an angel on this side, so it's all beadwork. It's a purse, all individually put on by moi. I thought, oh yeah, I must finish that, so that's just going to be a little thing for me when I'm not doing much. Which I'll probably take to me fellas when we have a crafternoon this weekend. So yeah, so what I was going to say is I've put a load of videos up. Sorry, I'm just looking for a ruler. Where's the ruler when you need one? Where is it when you need it? I know I've had it out. It's probably looking at me right now. But what else can I use? hang on 1 minute. It must be in her. Yeah, so I did a lot of videos in the country park, giving a bit of I'll use that one, giving a bit of you know, healing energy of nature to people and for myself, getting some fresh air. And the skies of the cloudy but nice natural cloud, and blue skies come a lot brighter than they were this morning. It's just a shame on the videos you can't always see the colour as strongly as I can see it. That's why I put another video up with the pictures that I took of all the flowers, so you can see all the brightness of the colours, and it wasn't a dreary day at all. But the people I talk to, when I'm talking to a lot of people about on different, you know, how they see the world, and especially how they see God, you could say, you know, the source, many different names. And I just think it's beautiful because people get in contact with people for a reason, for helping each other. And sometimes you can feel a bit like a counsellor to some people, and counselling back to you as well, because that's how it works. You give out and you get things back as well, as in, you know, of helping others. And you know, when I talk to a lot of different people, the one thing that I see in people, what they understand, even if they don't see certain stuff, and even if people are still in bits of trauma, which we're all in or coming away from, or working on, you know, that's why you don't see me going off my, you know, getting too angry about certain stuff anymore, because I've worked through a lot of mine, and there's not much to bubble up really. It's just, the only thing I can get angry about is when, as we all know, when we get frustrated and angry, when we're wanting the other side to be like, oh my God, you know, certain things, family, friends, whatever. But apart from that, the one thing that I do see in people is the spirit, because spirit's within all of us unless you've been disconnected, but the fighting spirit. And I think that's where people get mixed up sometimes. We're not talking about fighting, like I said the other day, fighting as in violence, fighting as in going against all the time. It's just using it differently to the way we have done in the past, because the past, if you look at the past, in all revolutions, the violent way has never really got us anywhere. It's just kept us cycling. So this is why, you know, I see more and more people doing things in a more productive, creative way of self-development to help others as well, to, you know, realise certain things, because we can't do the old way. That's why it's hard to see sometimes when people are protesting. It's beautiful, but you will get them fractions within inside that the protesting that can still be angry and still be violent and stuff like that, and that is not where we're going. You know, I've just said to someone today, we're not in unity yet. Hi Gavin Giant, we're not in unity yet, full unity, because not everybody's caught up to that. We're heading that way, and when people do come to thyself, and they do come to love, and they do come to a source through the heart, God, Jesus, whatever you want to say, as I said, divinity is through the heart, there is no division, there is no duality. We live in reality, which is duality, the way it's always been, because duality keeps us fighting, and it actually keeps us in matter, because that fighting keeps us everything in matter. Once that duality is gone, we're not in matter anymore. So in that sense, we're lighter, we will ascend, we come out of this prison, sort of, you could say matrix, mind matrix, whatever anyone wants to see it as, but that's sort of how I see it. You come to love, and you come through the heart of everything. So when people realise what's been going on, how they've been a part of certain things, blah, 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 and then you repent, which to me is just meaning, you go, I'm shutting that door now, I see, I want to open the other door, and I want to, you know, help thyself, but also help others, service to others, and I want to come through the heart with everything I do. The world changes. The world changes. As I said before, it's not, hey, I've got a pair of scissors. Well, I'm going to use that to cut round my artwork and cut things up that I need to use. Someone else could use these as a weapon. We know this because that's how some people are. Yeah, I changed it back, Gavin, because I changed my name back to Dolly Daydream, because I did like the other name, because we were all going there, we're all on a journey of healing, and that's what that name meant. But at the end of the day, I was going in places and talking to people as if they knew who I was, and the name had changed and they didn't know it was me. So I thought, well, yeah, let's go back to what I was, because that's what I always was, as I always have been. So Dolly Daydream Suits anyway is my nickname. I'm saying Daydream, we are bringing our dreams in now. So yeah, so I had to put that back. It was just a lot easier for people. It's just confusing people. And at the end of the day, I'd like to keep the same because I ain't got nothing to hide, or, you know, all my videos are there from everything that I'm going through on my journey. Just needs to stay the same. And I've noticed people have come back as well that dropped off a while, and some people have come back, so it is nice just to keep that name so they know that it's still there and still the same. So yeah, all good. But yeah, when we come through the heart, so when we come through the heart, a lot of things begin to change. They begin to change within us. You know, you will start looking at even family or friends or the people that you know may not be looking at things at the minute the way you look at them, and, you know, we would say they were asleep or this, that and the other. You will even look at them in a different way, and we come to realise that their path is their path, and if they chose their path and their path isn't to awaken yet, then that's not their path just yet. So, and that's okay. That's okay. What's PSB? Am I just being like really not with it? What's PSB? So if you all get what I'm saying, I'm just looking at my little fairy that I'm putting together here. What we're going to do with this one? We're going to do with this little fairy. This little fairy. Mind you, she needs a face. That'd be a good start. That'd be a good start. Let's get a face in. Forgetting I've not done a face. So, and it's hot in here. Oh, yeah, it's probably took a dive. I mean, I came away from that ages ago, Gavin. I came away from it from a few years ago because they weren't, I've heard a lot of things about, I'm not saying it is, I'm just saying I came in, because they weren't always reporting on certain things. And to me, if you can't report on everything, even things that some other people might not think's out there, like certain stuff I've gone on about before with a certain person, you know, JFK Jr., if you can't talk about certain things that are going on in that community, because that was going on in that community, it was a big part, and you can't talk about it because maybe you're in fear of, oh, your channel's not going to look good anymore. That doesn't lie with me, because it is part of the, even if people don't believe in it, a lot of people have talked about it, so it should have been talked about. So in my eyes, yeah. So you know what I mean? That Gummo and some screwed it up for, yeah, and that's, you know what I think that is as well. And funny, because I was talking about Amelia and Love yesterday. I've always been solo on my channel. Yeah, I've been on a few other people's channels, and I can't even remember, like Camelot and Charlie Wood, and I think there was a couple of others, and I may be on one next week, and Red Pill Phil's and Gran Torino's a few years ago, and certain stuff, and maybe in the future, who knows. But I think sometimes when you have a big show where, you know, that was, and you are, there's so many different people with maybe different opinions, sometimes you have to be careful, because with what's going on in the world right now, you don't know who's actually on what side and what's going on here, and, you know, and I'm not saying that's what it was with that, but that can happen when you have a show that has so many different people on it, you know. And so what I was trying to say is, me being a one-woman show, as in it's normally just me, and I did get Rainbow Wizard in the other week, and I will be doing a bit more of that, but it's not like someone's there with me every week, that, you know, no one's going to sort of like take over my channel because it's my channel, if you sort of get what I'm saying. I don't know if that makes sense, or if that's even a thing, but there you go. So yeah, I think you'll probably understand. Well, I left that ages ago. I haven't seen him for a while. You haven't seen him for a while? He's still about. Talked to him quite a lot. He's still doing his thing, but he's come away from a lot of the infighting and stuff that he's never going to get. You know, never going to move forward if people don't come away from certain things, because that just keeps us sort of spinning sometimes. So yeah. Oh, he's still about. What's Danny saying? The grey ones can also show up if they dare. Yeah, Yeah, we have seen you doing fitness mermaid, and I'm not violent. I've not seen the experiments taking the life of my close and family yet. Maybe it will happen. We do not know the whole future. No, we don't. And I'm sure there's going to be more pain, but at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is the spirit within the people that I talk to, not on, off here, lot of fighting spirit. Like I said, I don't mean the fighting spirit as I mean like violent. I just mean they know good things are coming and they're not going to give up, the belief of that either, because there's a lot of people that will put out there, oh, it's fake hope and it's fake this and this, that and the other, or you're waiting for a messiah, or somebody's the, what do they call it, the saviour, and it's like, no, there's people that need to say things out there, but we are the saviours of ourselves. Most of us know that, but we have to do this together. It's not going to be done alone. So anyone who thinks they're going to sit there on their own and think that they're going to change the world, it's like, yeah, the world does change when you begin to sounds a bit contradicting, change yourself, but we are going to do this together as a world, because this is why things are happening on a worldwide scale at the minute. And you can clearly see, if you look around the world, if anyone's not looking around the world right now at what's going on, like I said yesterday, it doesn't matter if people think, oh, there's some people in their movements who may be awake, but they're not all awake, which, well, yeah, they're not all awake to everything, but at the end of the day, the whole thing is, the world are realising they want to take the freedom back, because they realise that they're having their freedoms took away. And if that isn't a start to something, they'll come through their own awakening anyway, at their own divine time. But that is what's happening. And I think it's a beautiful thing, because it's showing that humanity is standing up and the spirit is strong within us. And like I've said before, there's people out there who think, I've said before, they think they're waiting to go somewhere or off planet or whatever it is to believe. Well, at the end of the day, like I said, we're spiritual beings having a human experience. That's what we came here to do. And you've got to embrace that. Humans aren't this thing we were told that we're all warmongering or all this. I don't believe that, because I see so many people and I come across so many people and I speak to so many people off here that are beautiful and they're human, and they know that it's we never were connected from spirit. I'll say this again. We came from spirit, so we're never not disconnected. They just try and make us disconnected. So it's not about a human trying to be spiritual. It's about a spiritual being trying to living in this vessel, trying to be human. And if you want to talk about things like, if you want to get a bit biblical, like the Bible, do you feel that was just a book way back, maybe a manual to tell people how to live? But then again, there's a lot of us that know how to live. You don't go around hurting others. You don't do to others that you wouldn't do to yourself. There's some people who need to know that, because they obviously they don't seem to understand that it's common sense and it's something innately within you that you know anyway. But because we've been hoodwinked and they put a lot of stuff out there to get people too sensitized against caring for others and this, that and the other, we know this is why half of the rubbish goes on, and why people feel like they don't know right from wrong sometimes, when truly you do. But we know it's all put out there to try and get people to think it's all right to do this, that and the other. So yeah, it's interesting, but like I say, as the clouds are changing, spirit is within us. Source, God, whatever, works within us, and pretty strong at the minute, I would say. Pretty strong, especially with the people I'm talking to who understand how source comes through you, that energy, that universal energy, and how it connects and speaks and gives you messages. And everyone's different, and everyone will see different things, and that's fine too. So there's little fairy number 3. So we'll wait for that to dry. I'm going to put that on here. Some of these ones, little fairies. So yeah, I just think it's beautiful. It can look quite mad to people out there. There's a lot of high national, there's a lot of mad stuff going on. But really, there's some beautiful stuff going on. There really is some beautiful stuff going on, if you know where to look and the people to come across. And this is why I say, you're putting shit out there and you're being a negative. It's not where we're going. you've got to get creative with what's going on. You really have got to get creative in a different way from the way we've done things in the past. Because like I said, it cracks me up when people go on about people with being too positive and being this, that and the other. I don't think people get the whole thing of like, it's not about not feeling the negative or low vibes. We're not talking about that. We're talking about lifting your vibrations up out of that shit. Doesn't mean you can't feel it. Doesn't mean you can't stay in it. I've said this a million times. It's not to do with that. Sorry, I'm just faffing about with this piece here. Hang on a minute. You know, it's to do with the way you deal with it and the way you come through it. Getting distracted by my art because I can stick this on. Negativity breeds negativity. It's not that we're going to never have bad thoughts or feel different energies. It's just about knowing that it isn't really you and you can get yourself out of it. And it's not going to rule your life. It's just an experience, and that's all it is. You're just experiencing something at the time that may have felt not that good, but that's okay. It's fine. Everybody does. Everybody does. But the people who seem more uplifted and happier and seem like you would look at them and think, oh, maybe they don't have shit that goes on in their life. It's like, no, shit will happen. It's just they know how to not let it get to them. And I heard something the other day which I thought was brilliant, that you may have heard before, and I thought, yeah, brilliant. If there's a monk living on a Tibetan mountain somewhere or whatever, yeah, and he's doing his work because that's what he's chose to do. He's chose to go and live there and live that sort of source godly life where he's not involved with the material world and people. He's just involved in, I don't know, whatever they do, putting their intentions and prayers out for the world. When that monk, Buddhist, Buddha, whatever, comes down the mountain to the people, because not everyone has to live on a mountain, that monk will come down from the mountain and have to go into the 3D, the material, the where the people are, 17 and 7, and he's going to have to learn how to not get triggered, because he's been living in a place where you don't get triggered because it's so serene and peaceful, and the people up there are used to that. They don't do all this, you know, dividing shit. So when he comes down, that's when the true work comes into play. Will he get triggered? It's not too bad if you're coming from down and you're going up that mountain to go where the Buddhists are, and you wanna, yeah, meditation's key. You wanna go there maybe and meditate and sit with the wise ones that have a master in the realms of consciousness, because it'd be pretty serene and you'd think, oh, it's nice up here, no one's arguing, it's peaceful, there's nature, it's just quiet and you can just be. But if you come down from that mountain, and this is like saying, we've all been in, right, a lot. I mean, I get out, but you know what I'm saying. So we've had to go within. When you start learning about yourself, the true test is when you go out there in the world right now with people screaming about different stuff. Are you going to react the way you used to, or are you going to do it in a different way? Because none of that matters. None of their screaming and shouting matters. Can you still be the light around the chaos? Can you still be the calm in the storm? That's what it's about. So no, you don't have to be Buddhist-like. You just know how to need to get that into check. His work isn't really being done when he's on that mountain, because it's pretty easy to be like that when you're on a mountain, like I said, serene, scenery going on, peace and quiet. There isn't all these people going, nah, 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 you know, TV, films, phones, all these distractions. But when he comes down that mountain, that's when the true work begins, because he's like, can you see everyone being like, ah, that's when the true work begins. And I just thought that was a very beautiful analogy thing, or whatever you call it. But I thought, yeah, brilliant. And that, like I said, that goes for you as well, is the true work begins when you know this and you go out and you're not letting things trigger you the way they used to. You're going to do it in a more loving manner and realise that people are on their path, and they're on the path wherever they're at the path. Yes, it's annoying when you've got friends and family. Someone just asked me today, have you got anyone you know or friends and family that have took the pointy? And I went, yeah, me mum. I've told her. Hopefully she won't go and have the second one, but at the end of the day, that's her path she's chosen. I can't do anything about that. Me and my sister have said, do you know what I mean? I'm not her controller. She isn't mine. She likes to think she is sometimes, but, you know, so it's just one of them. It's one of them. I can't shout and scream at her. Years ago, I probably would have done. But I can't shout and scream at her for the choice she made herself. I mean, like I say, she does watch the news and she does believe the news, but I can't, it's up to her. Free choice and all that. So, I don't know what's going on with this, what I'm doing here. Ooh. Do I like that on there? I don't know if I like that on there. Talking to myself while I'm doing this fairy. So yeah. What Tommy thing? I don't follow that anymore. I've not followed it for ages, so I won't even have a clue what's going on with all of that, to tell the truth. A lot of deceptions going about and stuff. But like a certain somebody said, Israel will be the last. That goes with mainstream media. And I'm not talking about the people. I'm talking about who's been in control. And they are the media as well. And it's getting interesting because they are talking over there about a lot of stuff that's going on with Israel at the minute and stuff like that. But I have heard good things that I'm not sure if it was an Israeli family was on a plane and they got told to get off because they didn't have the mask on or something like that. The whole plane stood up and they all got off because people are starting to rise. And there was another incident where I think it was Germany trying to go in another lockdown, and the people have told the government to stick it up the bottom. Do you know what I mean? This is what's happening. So just keep watching. Don't get too triggered by stuff, especially if it's on the news, because you don't know what's the truth and what is the truth. Can't say much because it's in court. Oh, right, yeah, I found out last week that my older sisters and the always took the job I was shocked, but I had to accept their choice or my poor sibling person. Exactly, cool, Nick. It's just one of them. I mean, hopefully there might be good things that come out with something that, you know, doesn't, I don't know. Who knows? Because we don't really know everything, do we? But, yeah. But, like I said, the spirit is rising in people. I'm definitely seeing that. Been seeing it for a long time. No, I haven't seen anything. Like I said, Gavin Jan, I don't watch all that anymore. It's not where I'm at. And like I said, you go down certain things and learn about things, and then you come away from things knowing and being aware. But I don't stay in certain things because some people just circle around all the time, and you know, we're supposed to be letting go of certain stuff. And there's certain ways of doing things, I think, now that if you can do it creatively, sometimes it can wake people up more than doing, well, basically being an arsehole about stuff. I'm not saying they are, I'm just saying, you know, certain things going on. But yeah. But like I said, there's a lot of forces going about, and I said that the other day, but you know, I don't think some of these forces, big forces out there, know what's going to be happening, and people are part of it, are going to be falling on the faces with certain stuff, because the whole thing of this thing of a movement that was going on, that is still about, is to do with human rights abuse. And basically it's to the world, because everyone has been. So it's going to be interesting for those all who've been involved in that, you know, knowingly. It's going to be good to watch them fall, you know, the big guns, if you want to say. But patience is a virtue. But you can tell, like I said, if you're looking in the right places, you know, the world's not kicking off for no reason. People are standing up and speaking out in different countries. But people get frustrated because the only thing is we know that they don't show it. So you're not always going to see it, because they're not going to want to put hope out there that, you know, sorry to say, the sleeping who are watching TV are like, I don't see that happening. It's like, well, you won't, because they won't put it out. They don't want to put it out because then you might rise. But the media is going to fall. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Can't tell the people, you got to show the people. So you've got to be shown for a little while. And then when the mainstream media go on about what they go on about, hi Josh Hall, it all gets seen to the world, and then they'll be like, hey, but they told us this, but it's like, now you're going to learn how to play the dirty games. It's going to be fun to watch. You know, I mean, you only have to look at Mr. B. I mean, what is going on there? I mean, the video that went up the other day, he doesn't even know what he's passing on because he's half asleep all the time, you know? And also, what I will say, it's Passover soon. This cracks me up. I was talking about someone saying, it's Passover soon. Passover in what? Yeah, I know the biblical sense, but if you think about it, there is going to be a Passover. There's going to be a Passover in energy. There's going to be a Passover in, how would you say it? Structure. With the structure that's falling. New ones that are coming in place. Remember, this is just the beginning. The best is yet to come. Just cracks me up. Really does crack me up. And it will go in the biblical sense as well, because it's all dated for certain dates, because you could call it biblical, because they go off certain dates that match up with certain things. But, you know, Passover's coming. I just think, yeah. Yes. Oh, yes, it is. So that's going to be interesting. Sorry, I'm just wondering where to put this little... If anyone gets what I'm saying. I think that's more than people know. Not that mainstream would ever tell you that, but like I said, we know what they are. I'm just putting this little beautiful little fairy card together. The watercolour fairy. Don't know if you can see in this light, but she's very pretty. She's going to go with a set of 3, which will be over on my Instagram at some point. Maybe this weekend, I'm not quite sure. Over on Flowers and the Fae on Instagram. Flowers and the Fae gift shop. So, oh, she's so cute. She's so cute. Sorry, I look at my own stuff going, oh my god, it's so cute. I hope it all happens soon. Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen the way people think it's going to happen, and still we have to have patience with certain stuff, because you've got to remember that side's still fighting. They'll fight back to the death. Do you know what I mean? To the death. But this is why I say keeping yourself in certain realms of consciousness and keeping yourself busy and active with different things. It could be exercising, it could be meditating, it could be going out on a nature walk like you saw me doing before. Anything that keeps you sort of calm and keeps you away from distraction and keeps you away from too much of maybe looking at stuff constantly, because you don't need to do that. Like I said, you can be aware. You don't have to be just all up in it all the time. Do you know what I mean? Because that will wear you out. You know, I think a lot of people are beginning to realise, yes, it does wear you out. Sorry, I'm just looking at something else. I'm just trying to bring it in. You just get ideas coming in your head. You're like, hey, yes, that'll do nicely. That'll do nicely. So, yeah. So how are you all anyway? Oh, thank you. I'll call you Nolly. I'm a bit dyslexic, so I'll probably say your name wrong. Yeah, I've got these little, well, they're not little, big brooches I'm working on. Trying to get some energy out there to people. Let's do a bit of a heart chakra. Bird's going off its head. I'm hoping to see my mum soon as well, because I'll be making her some stuff up. Did this little mini oil for her with a crystal in it. But I need to give her this. I've got some lovely sleep oils over on my page, so you can always go and scroll through there and find them. I've still got some left in the Very Beautiful, and I use mine as well, wherever it is, somewhere. Anything else I've been... Came across some old drawings the other day, actually, as well, and I was like, oh, I loved when I illustrated them. I need to illustrate more. Just thinking where I may have put it. Go and have a look. I've had a broken jaw because I was beaten down in 2 places, but I do not walk around at all. All on fight on a daily basis. My time with alcohol is over. It should just be if others use some. It should just be if others use some wine in the sauce. Didn't get that bit at the bottom, Danny, but what you just sort of said is but I do not walk around at all and fight on a daily basis. My time with alcohol is over. Yeah, this is where people are letting go. Nothing anyone was in the past, anybody's anything, like you just mentioned, alcohol addictions, traumas in whatever it was, we're letting go of them. Once you can let go and stop thinking about that sort of stuff and the people who may be involved in something, you're a free person, because it's that keeps you in your prison sentence. And people who are involved, if anyone is involved, they like to see people staying in that prison sentence because it makes them feel better. So if you come away from anything that was before, and all that means is just move forward, it doesn't matter. Yeah, do not get too much into quarrels when you do not drink alcohol. Exactly. When I was younger, I mean, I think we've all drank when we were young. Like, I don't really drink. And it's funny because I've got 2 bottles of wine that someone gave me for a birthday and they're still sat there. And they're only rosé, but I'm like, might have a couple this weekend. I don't drink anymore. It's just now and again. But when I was younger, oh yeah, the quarrels, because it's quite dynamic. If you drink too much, I'd just say all in balance, you know. There's people who can be happy drunks. I just get, if I have a drink now, I get a bit giddy and I could probably have a thimble full because I don't drink. It's very easy for me to get a bit giddy, but I know where to stop. But exactly, and that just keeps you on a division, arguing. People can be abusive with it. I've been there with people who've done that to me in the past. I've talked about before, abusive relationships and stuff like that. But if you can walk away from that, forgive the person, even if it's just in your head, and walk away, just move forward. That isn't you anymore. And it doesn't matter what anyone ever says, like Danny, you've just brought that, but it doesn't matter what anybody says. Someone can still say, you're this, you're that, but that's just them saying it. If you know you've moved forward and you're getting on with your life and you're happy now, and you know that there's certain things that you don't have to do because you don't want to go back there, like people might be like, I've had a lot of things where people go, oh, you don't really drink? Like, they're looking at me like I've got 2 heads or something, and I'm like, no, why? Do you need to have a drink to have a personality, or do you need to drink all the time to be happy? Because a lot of people use it to cover up stuff because it makes them happy at the time, but it doesn't. It's only masking and covering. It's not getting to the root of whatever it is. I'm not saying everyone's got a problem who does that. I'm just saying you don't have to. This is why I art a lot. It's my therapy, journaling, doing stuff, keeping myself busy. You know, a lot of people do it out of boredom. This is why there's a lot of people who want to take that because they want to go on holiday and go drinking. It's like, well, you can do that anytime, but wouldn't you rather be using this time to learn something new, to get creative, or even, it might be a course on the computer while there's loads of things going on, you know, why you can, do you know what I mean? But nothing anyone says, like if they're saying, oh, you were this, it's like, yeah, I may have been that in the past, but that isn't me now. So you can shout out all you want to shout out, and you can say the words that you want to say, but I know myself and that isn't me anymore. So therefore I'm moving forward. That means you're moving your life forward. Maybe they're not, but as long as you know, it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks, you know. Do you have an IG account to see your artwork? Yeah, I've got Instagram. It's called, I was going to go AR, it's on my phone, but it's not because I'm on my phone. It's changing names all the time until something fits, but at the minute it's called Flowers in the Fae Gift Shop, I think it is, or is it Flower? I'm going to go and check now, actually, because I don't even know. I have 2 accounts. I have a Dolly Daydream, but I'm not on that much. That's where I go and put all my other stuff out, like, but I haven't really been on there, so let me have a look. Yes. I'm going to be putting a lot of stuff up soon. I'm just trying to make stuff and put some more stuff up, so oh, no, that's not my account on that one. Oh, funny enough, I can't do it on my tablet because it hasn't got my other account on it for a weird. I think it is Flowers in the Fae, but I think I added gift shop on it. Flowers in the Fae, or Flowers in the Fae gift shop. So yeah, there's jewellery on there and everything and bits and bobs and stuff, but you know, when I get in the mood to do something, I do it. I'll always be arting and crafting, no matter what, no matter even if I had the normal job and whatever, I'd still always be doing this because it's just part of what I do. I'll show you what I've been doing actually, just for the people who may want to see. So some of the cards I've been making up, they're going to come in a set of 3. Don't know which way round yet. I mean, they're butterflies, they're houses. Maybe they'll go together. Let's have a look. You know, like I said, it's a beautiful way to send a message to people at the minute. Why they're not all moving about, maybe some aren't, but I just think it's more traditional, a card instead of a sort of thing that gets sent on the internet. These are all handmade. It's going to be a set of 3. They're very bright and that for spring, summer, and then obviously I've got some fairy ones coming. But I was just working on these yesterday, so there'll be more coming. But I don't do the same of, like, there won't be the same of these. This will be this lot gone. I'll design some more. I don't do the same thing of the same thing, so they're actually unique and they're all different. I don't, because they're just made up on the spot, I don't do copies of them. Unless I was doing artwork and I get more into my artwork with prints, maybe prints, but my cards, they're all uniquely different. And they're a little piece of artwork at the end of the day, so they're watercolour fairies. And they'll come in a set of 3. And they'll be going up soon. We probably by maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, but I'm not going to say. They'll just be going up when they go up. Well, I've got a few. So yeah, you're welcome. I can sit and talk to the homeless and people who have had hard time on the streets, who have drunk and alcohol, but do not drink themselves anymore. I do not go to pubs at all anymore. I don't be going to any pubs anymore at the minute. Yeah, but it's funny how, you know, what people have done in these days over, you know, since last year, who haven't got out to pubs because they haven't been able to do the usual thing. Some people have got violent with the partners. Some people have chosen to go and get more creative. This is what I'm saying. There's more things in life than sitting and drinking. Yes, it doesn't mean that people are not going to, and you don't enjoy the odd glass of wine, which I may do this weekend, I don't know. But I know it'll probably sit there because everyone says, oh my God, it takes you ages. I'm like, I know. But I don't feel the need to do that. I could sit out in the garden now with the sun, catching a bit of sun, just watching the grass blow, feel the sun on my face, be quite happy. But I'm happy not as well. I can be around other people that are enjoying themselves that way, but I can be quite happy, you know, just being present with everything and watching people be happy, whatever that is. And even if they are having a drink or whatever, and sit there and think, well, you know, I like to see people happy. So it's like you say, you could be out in a beer garden watching people have a drink and they're all happy and smiling. A lot of people be doing that when they get back out, but there's just that knowing of balance and not going too over the top with, you know, things that, I think it's that thing of knowing, because if you're the sort of person who can go out and you can't handle your drink, let's say, and you drink and you come home and you're awful and you're abusive and you don't even know, it's like you don't even know, and you're hurting people around you. Why are you doing it? Why are you doing it? You know? But that's each and everybody's own path, isn't it? It's each and everybody's own path and each and everybody's own to wake up to themselves, which is a lot of what's going on, and to realise and reflect and take the choice to change that or not change it, depending on how your life's going to be. With fate and destiny, I guess it's up to you how you want to do your life. Hi Cliff, I went to DC with friends during the 6 few days later. The FBI showed up at my house wanting to know what our role was. Oh, I'd have said, what? Oh yeah, I'm a Q. Was, do you follow Q? I said yes, and we didn't get arrested. Exactly. Notice how they're putting on about that and saying it's and anonymous is nothing to do with it, but hey ho, they're putting a documentary out about it. That should be fun. That should be fun. So let me switch this off a minute. But yeah, I've just been clearing up today. I've just got loads of crap in the house. I don't even know where it's come from out of these cupboards in here. I'm like, how did that even fit in a cupboard? I'm chucking loads of CDs away, loads of DVDs. I'm just like, no, never watched them. Who uses a CD player? Who uses a DVD? Chucking them all. They're all going in the bin. I cannot be bothered with them. So, the house has been upside down today. But I feel good because I know it's all getting cleared. Clearing old energy as well. But like I said, people, I can tell by people in my chat, people who come over, new people who come over, the spirit within people at the minute is very high. Spirit for freedom. It doesn't matter where you're at on this journey. It's just a spirit within people. I feel so strong. If I felt like being affected, I can take a chance. Yeah. Not too much of that either. Not too much of that. I think everything's in balance. But then again, I think sometimes it affects people more than others. I just think it's just the way you are as a person. But yeah. And that's okay too, you know. You are awesome how you are. Please don't ever change. Thank you, Josh. I won't ever change. It's just the way I am. I can't change the way I am. I can't change my being. It's just the only things that's changing within me is my emotions and my thoughts that used to affect me years ago, even only a few years ago, that I realised that those aren't me. So when I used to get angry in things, I don't need to be angry in them things anymore because they are not me. But the way I come across, my personality and the way I am, you know, a lot of people out there will say, oh, your personality isn't really you. Yeah, but you were given a uniqueness to yourself. That's why everyone's different and you are you. So if I say things sometimes and I get things muddled up because, you know, I'm a bit dyslexic with stuff, or I curse sometimes or whatever it is, who cares? That's me. That is me. It's all to do with your intentions, you know. And the people who resonate with me will resonate with me and I'll resonate with them. And the people who don't, I don't think I'd resonate with them anyway. And that's fine. You're allowed to disagree and you don't have to get on with everybody. DVDs will be handy when the internet goes down. The internet will never go down fully because the world would stop. And like I said, Passover of energy. I think something knew this quite a while back. And do you know what? It wouldn't bother me because I'd be sat here like this, painting away, drawing. It wouldn't bother me at all. Wouldn't bother me two hoots at all. Hi, Nicholas. Hi, Janine. You always lift me up. Thank you. You're welcome. We all lift each other up. You guys lift me up. I lift you up. That's how it. That's the world that we're going to. It's not all like let's drag everybody down so everyone can drag everyone down. It's about lifting the states of consciousness, your realms of consciousness. And this is the way the world's going to go, and we're going to help each other if we can. But people will go to different people because people have different attributes and different talents and different gifts that can help them people, and then they'll just move along with, oh, you can help me, I can help you with this. I go to Dolly because Dolly can do this. I go to such and such buddy because they can do that. I tune in there when I need to tune into that. When I'm feeling this way, I'll go over there. This is the way I see the world, with that spirit within everybody that wants to help another and doesn't want others to not be in an abundance of joy, love, happiness, health, wealth, peace, especially peace of mind. That's the way I see the world. Tree of life, book of life, the way we're meant to live, the way we were meant to always live. None of this fighting, division. But that's what I said. Duality is duality. Reality is duality. And when we realise and come to love, because it's the fighting of duality that makes the matter, that makes this matter. That matter will break down. We get to be free. 17, and I don't see myself as entirely like in Star Trek. Oh no, but US military, I should not travel in time that way. Well, you know, Mr. You-Know-Who hasn't played his big card yet, so, you know, can't wait till that happens. Good morning, lovelies. 7:15. I'm in, I'm going to read this wrong. Maricopa County, Arizona. I'll say Arizona. Don't forget to smash the like button. Thank you, Bo Hayes. Woo! We've got the Americans in the house. Whoop, whoop. You were strong, American guys. You know, the people who went to America, the people in America, The ones who tried to do the civil war over there, and then you got hoodwinked, but we're getting it back worldwide. You've got allies everywhere. The Russians knew they were allies, but I'm talking about the good Russians, not the bad Russians, not the cabal Russians. You know, when I said the other day, people are going to get triggered. When the Middle East is in peace, because if you don't know, there's a lot of Israelis that get on with Muslims and all that over there. When they go on about the Messiah and all that, well, when that's in pure peace, which is funny because there ain't any wars going on over there at the minute, even though Mr. B is trying to push stuff. Peace will go across this realm because they keep that infighting over there, even though a lot of the real people over there know, and they do get on with each other. Heaven on earth, baby, that's all I'm saying. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. I need a strong spirit like yourself around more than often. You're perfect, are you, truly? There's loads of us. Yeah, PP, well, oh. Little children. So, Oh, good. Oh, you're a girl. Okay. I can't see if there's any pictures on there. Well, that's even better. Well, I mean the American people. I don't just mean men. I mean the American people. Women are very strong. If you, there'll be more women coming forth with stuff in the future for this world than there ever has been. Because you can talk about the suppression of women, what we all know about, even in the Bible. You know, and I'm not religious that way, but you know, why they kept certain things out or called it something else or tried to drag that divine feminine down, we know why. Women are the nurturers, men are the protectors, yeah? So when I think of God, I was saying this to someone today, God to me, source, is an energy of both. It isn't just male, even though people will say God, man, whatever. It's an energy and it's a mixture of feminine and masculine, because that's in nature as well, feminine and masculine energy. The nurturer and the protector together as one. That's why they try and mix everything up out there in the 3D of, ooh, let's mix all the sexes up and let's mix everything up as in no one knows who they are, and let's say there's so many different sexes and you know all that crap that goes on. Hi Rainbow Wizard, I'm just yakking, I'm going in a bit on a school run, but just thought I'd come on for a little it's warm in here and then it's not. So sun's gone off it. But yeah, I didn't come on last night because I was tired, so thinking about creative things. Yesterday where I live, 2 brand new Marine One helicopters were flying over. Whoa, yeah. I have a feeling I will never step foot on one. I know. And the Marines and the military started with them, it'll end with them. Can't wait. We don't know everything, do you know what I mean? We can't know everything because obviously that side would find out, wouldn't they? So, but to all you Americans out there, God bless you, do you know what I mean? God bless you. God bless you. Sorry, I'm still looking around at what I can do. My cold's getting better. It's just the sniffles. The sniffles. I think I'm going to try and put some fairy paintings together. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah. Yes, people here in Denmark are pissed off about what's happened to Nana. Yeah, and the thing is, like I said, there's more and more people waking up around the world. There's people that got off a plane. I think it was in Israel, and everyone got off the plane. They wanted to get a family off, so the whole plane stood up. This is where more and more people do this. And in Germany, they've said bog off to the government, to, you know, what's she called, Merkel. Oh, you're not opening up, we're going in lockdown. They've all gone, see you later, shut up, we're doing what we want. That's how it's going to flow around the world. It's a domino effect. So there's all this stuff going on that, like I said before, mainstream media are not going to report on, but it's happening whether people like it or not. So I just say, hold strong, people. Don't get too carried away with, you know, the people who are shouting and screaming about stuff. It is a coming. It is a coming. And like I said, the more and more like people I talk to are all up in high spirits with stuff, you know, even if the stuff going on. But like I said, you've got to be the calm in the storm anyway. You think this is quite stormy. Wait till it hits. It's not even arrived properly yet. So, you know, people think things have gone dark and a certain someone's gone dark and another person's gone dark, meaning as in, oh, they've gone quiet. Yeah, I've seen them flipping burgers though and having picnics and stuff. They're just calm at the minute because calm before the storm, but then it'll be calm again after the storm and then the rainbows will come. So no worries about that. I got the chilly willies when you said God bless the Americans, bless you. Well, I do God bless Americans because you're in the thick of it, you know. You're in the thick of it. The way they were trying to deplete. Because everything was to do with America. I've always said this. People go, why are you looking over there? Because America was the last beacon of hope. And as I'm saying, it's got 17 in shot. And 11. The last beacon of hope. That's why on my picture the other day, no it wasn't, it was on a video today, I put pink in. And I did put a lighthouse in if anyone saw it. The lighthouse. America falls, we all fall. I knew this. A lot of people know that. Hi, Sue. Yeah, Telegram is the place to get the news these days. Anyone out there? I know it is. I'm not really on it. I think I'm on it, but I just don't look on it because I hate saying I know what's coming, but I know like I'm just not keeping my nose in because, you know, it's like, I know, yeah. And I can't remember if it's Pompeo who is putting stuff out there where you look up and it's going back to the codes of certain stuff that's going on with time dates and stamps and everything, which is amazing. But I'd just say, keep yourself busy in yourself, if anything that calms you down. Look at these pretty flowers and, you know, just keep calm, people. Keep calm, keep moving, keep flowing. Don't get too angry with people. Just know they're on the path where they need to be, and that's that, and that's okay. It's okay. I keep having to tell my sister now, it's all right, don't worry. Well, something needs to be done. I'm like, you just calm down. People need to see. It's a big world out there, you know, it can't be done in a day. For those worrying, we might have it all completely wrong, which means we can all relax because we're being looked after. If not, we're the big, well, there's bigger than us that will be sorted. Yeah, I think you're trying to say, to me, it's a divine plan. You've got to believe that, you've got to have faith that there's bigger things than us happening, which a lot of us know there's bigger things than us happening, as I'm saying that 21 and 12. There's bigger things beyond what we can do that are happening and helping, and new energies that are coming in. And it's, if you know what that's all about and you're tuning into that, you'll understand what I'm talking about. If you don't, it's fine, it's okay, you will at some point. But there is a divine alignment going on and they can't stop what's coming. So it doesn't matter what they put out, what happens, even if people are getting hurt and killed. And also, we are in a spiritual war in that sense, that, you know, that happens. But as long as you know not to be in certain areas at certain times, blah, 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 keep calm, because they can't stop what's coming. Yeah, keep your chin up, work your light, and have faith. Exactly, Rainbow Wizard. All you've got to do is work your light, and that's why I said in this title, the spirit is within you, and lots of people's spirits right now are rising, even though there's lots of stuff going on in it, and it doesn't mean you have to be on it every day, but just to know to be the light. And when you are feeling more energetic and stuff like that, give that light to other people. Give that light to other people, even if that's just smiling at people in the street, people with masks on, just smiling. People are not smiling. So, you know, I'm saying that before I go, I was in the supermarket the other day and there was a woman with a mask on. Obviously, I haven't worn one ever. And someone asked me today, I was talking to me on the phone, did they say anything in the supermarket? I went, no, they never stopped me in the supermarket. I just go in. I went past the security guard. Today, everyone else is washing their hands at the beginning, put the mask on. I just, whatever. And there was this woman the other week, and she was following me around, and I was with my fellow as well, and he'd gone to get something. And she kept following me around, and I thought, she's following me down every aisle, and every aisle I went down, she kept following me around, and I was moving back, and then she was following me, she was talking to me, and she was older. But because I was like going, oh yeah, blah, 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 then she turned around and said, oh, well, at least there's people like you who speak, and who are just being, what's the right word, well, kind, but I can't remember what word she said, because there's a lot of people that aren't. At least you're not like, she was trying to say, at least you weren't just like ignoring her and all that. And I think she is known as not being, what's the right word? She's not all there upstairs, someone said, but still, I just spoke to her as normal. And she was like, thank you, you know, because maybe she hasn't, when she gets out to the supermarket, maybe that's the only way, saying that she gets to speak to people. And she saw my face anyway, smiling and stuff anyway, because obviously I didn't have a mask on. You can't really see that behind people. So yeah, and you have to remember that as well. Some people may look at people like her because she had a mask on and like, well, I'm not talking to you because you're for whatever. But I was like, no, you know. And there was another woman the other day, an elderly woman, when it was Finn's birthday, and Finn was speaking to her, and she was speaking to Finn, and she had a mask on, but she didn't turn around to me and say anything like, "Why haven't you got yours on?" She was just speaking right next to me, having a conversation, you know. But working your light, you just got to do that. Got to run. Thank you, Bo Hayes, for coming in. I think these are the last remnants of the Nazism we are. It is, Danny, the great. Yeah, it is. It is. It's the last stragglers, the last remembrance. I can't even say that word. It's this last bit of that energy that's always been there for a very long time of how they, you know, that name to me with the N is just that sort of dark side force energy. Those with the dark intentions, those with that harnessed energy for dark intentions. Like I said, energy is just energy. At the end of the day, it's neutral. It's what you put on it, how you use it, how you wield it. But yeah, I do believe that, definitely. It's like that little pink book where if I could find it now, I'd read it out, because I read it out every now and again. Where's that little pink book before I go? Little pink book, let me see. She's going for the pink book. The pink book of you know who. This was what was called researching a few years ago. Oh, we've got researching this and that. It was like a nutty professor. Honest to God, I didn't just go and look at mainstream media. I was like, I'm going to read this out because I love it. If it makes sense to people, it makes sense. If it doesn't, oh well. It totally makes sense to me. Let's find it. Oof, what forgot his name. Got a big mistake, oh bummer. Written in here. I always have trouble finding this. I'm going to have to read me you know what poem out again at some point as well. Wherever that is. Right. Oh, here it is. Right. I'm going to try and not put in, because this is just the way it was written. This is the way it's written. Before I go, let's have a bit of this. Right. In 1909, we lost everything. My father caught on first to the Bilderbergs, then he caught on the NASA. He demanded to know who the Greys were and why they were here. They killed him. I strategically staged my own death, allied with the one person in this world who I knew was honourable enough to trust, and begin to build the plan. Penance is coming. Regardless of what you think, you are not yet awake. This was a few years back, by the way. You do not know how deep this goes. If you knew, you would never sleep. Many of you would never go on. You need each other. Hi, Angela. Yeah, the R post. You need every one of you. Learn to play nice with each other or be left behind. If one stumbles, pick them up. If one asks a question, give them the answer. This is how we grow. There's no more room in the plan for arrogance and self-importance. If you turn one away, you've hurt the plan. If you hurt the plan, you will be left behind. We are watching. We see all. There are no secrets. You would never believe the files kept on every one of you, for that matter. You would never believe where they are kept. Prepare for the next phase. Prepare each other. You are one, and where we go one, we go all. It's the woohoo! Who's R? Love it. Love it. I love that. I had to write that down a few years ago. It had to stay in this book of Nutty Professor. So, what you say, wizard normal, what is? We are all individual. Yeah, we're all weird. And weird stands for fate and destiny. Weird are the ones that they don't like, because we're individual and we don't like to go with the programming. So there you go. If you look up the word weird. Hi, Soup. Got Elizabeth. Who else came in? I think someone else came in before. But yeah, I just want to say, keep your spirits high. Like I said, you're allowed to feel emotions. You came here to feel emotions, but don't get caught up in them. Not you. Your thoughts are not always you. There's a lot of conscious soup going on, you know, the conscious soup of other people's thoughts and all that. It's a bit like, what's his face? What's his name in the X-Men? Who can... What's his name? What's his name in... Xavier, is it? It's like, oh, I'm going to plug out there. I can hear everybody going on in my head. It's like, yeah, it's not all you then, is it? Know what you like. Know where this comes from in you. Use this to tune into people, not this. And you will go far, my friend. Don't know where that came from. But like I said again, we are spiritual beings. We are from spirit, not divided. And we came here to have a human experience. Enjoy your human experience. When all this blows over, learn to get back out there in the world, communicate, do those things. Like I said about the Buddhist at the beginning, the hardest work for the Buddhist to do was come down that mountain to be around people. It's easier to be away from people, but your true work begins of going out there and shining your light and not getting triggered by people and not letting their thoughts and their beliefs affect you. That's them. So we're not going like, yeah, oh, we all want to be Buddhist-like. No, we don't need to be like that, praying on a mountain or meditating on a mountain. You can do that anytime within you, but you're learning to do that to master your realms of consciousness, to be out there with other people. So you don't have to go off somewhere and stay in the mountains somewhere. You can do that anytime, but the hardest work, the strongest work you'll ever be doing is being around people. So if you think about it, you could say starseeds and all that are around busy, built up areas. The hardest work's being done there, because if you're out in the country in the sticks in the middle of nowhere, you can put stuff out anyway, but the hardest place is going to be is in areas where there's lots of people, and when you go out when there's lots of people. So I just want to say, when I go about, I imagine like pink light coming off me, coming out my hands, it blipping out over everybody as I'm walking past. Imagination. But the hardest work is out there in the world, and I do believe when this starts coming a bit easier, which it will do, and the people will see this more as we go through this process of what's going on. You're a light warrior. Shine your light everywhere and all that. Hang on 1 minute. What's going on here? Oh, post things just been, and I've just opened the door. My keys are hanging outside the door. That's hopefully the way we'll be going back. Keys hanging out the door. I don't know what this is. So yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, it's going to be to be out there in the world again, to be with people. It's not about this, oh, we've got to be isolated, because we have been. We've got to be introverts and all that. Yeah, too many people have been that for a very long time. We're going... Oh, it's me wash. It's some paint. It's not about that anymore. It's about working with people, shining your light. Like I said, it will be the hardest work for people to do, but you shouldn't be letting other people affect you. That's what it's all about, not letting that affect you. So, oh, I'll take this to my fellas this weekend. I'm going to be getting some art on. Yes, lovely, lovely jubbly. So I get some images out. So yeah, I'm going to leave it as that. I've still got bits to tidy up. What time is it? But yeah, shine your light, shine it bright, and that's the way we're going to do it. You're welcome, Sue Pace. Thank you for your message. Thank you. I'll call you Nolly. That's just personally how I see it. You know, how do you think if you're into the whole Jesus thing and all that? I mean, I see it as energy, but that energy came through him. If he was on Earth, what was he doing? He had to not let people trigger him. But then again, I do believe he may have had flipped a table and done a few other things. I don't believe he would have been all like, we all get triggered. But it's just that thing of, this world isn't about going off somewhere to be being ourselves. Because you can be in yourself any day of the week, living in the city. Your work is here to be done. in the area you are. So if you're thinking, oh yeah, I feel like a light worker, but why am I in a place that's so built up and I'm not in a place in the country? You're right where you need to be. You're in the certain area you're in to do work in that area, which is smile at people, bring people joy, show them you're not in fear. You're not going to get triggered by other people's thoughts and opinions, because that doesn't matter. That's theirs, not yours. This is how we change. So I feel very honoured and blessed when you acknowledge my presence here. Thank you, Sue Pace. Well, I'm going to acknowledge everybody. So in a minute, any chance you'll be on later? No. No, I think I'm with my fella after probably drawing and stuff. So what day is it? Thursday. I don't know when I'll be on. Friday, could be tomorrow. I'm not quite sure, because I've got a child-free weekend. We'll be arting, most likely. I don't know. And hopefully we'll be on someone else's channel next week, maybe. The lovely Anya, so we'll see. But we've got Rainbow Wizard, Sue Pace, Nolly, Danny, Angela, Elizabeth, if I can go up, Bo, Sue, Jarvis, I will say, Cliff Thompson, Coyote, Jerome. Oh, I didn't see Jerome say that. When you go live, we all drop what we are watching to hear what Dolly has to say. Oh, thank you, Jerome. Sometimes I don't even know what I'm going on about. So we got PP. PP, that just made me laugh, because obviously, I'll shout you out anyway. We got Josh. We've got the people across the pond. We've got Nicholas Miles, Cool Nick. Is that everybody? Gavin, Chris Taylor, National Memorial Gardens, and I think that's it. There may be other people listening, obviously it says there's 22 there. So yeah, so I just thought I'd give that message, because I was sat here and I thought, I think I need to speak. Soul speaks, if you look in the background, soul speaks. It's just coming from my soul to your soul. Doesn't mean whatever. It just means I talk about what comes into me, how I get messages from source. That's how I feel anyway, and I just give it out, and if you resonate, you resonate, and if you don't, you don't. That's fine. I'm not going to have a punch up about it. So yeah, so I'm going to go, because I've got lots to tidy up again. I'm just trying to get out and not doing it. I'm lying, because I thought I was supposed to be showing you something. Oh, it might be. I found a little painting today that I did a few years ago, and I'm thinking, do you know what? I think I'm going to cut it out, and I think I'm going to frame it because it's so cute, and I might put it up on my Instagram. But I just thought, oh yeah, it was so cute. It's just this little, I think it was watercolour, I'm not quite sure, but this little hedgehog. Look at the little hedgehog. I like little hedgehogs. It's very cute. Don't know why I'm doing that voice, but you know when you have animal voices. But he's cute. I like him. I think I'm going to chop this down, and I'm going to frame this in one of my... So I've got some little frames, and I thought, I need to put some pictures in them, but I think this will fit in. And this says Dolly Daydream at the bottom. Oh my God, it was in 2017. The 15th of the 11th, probably when I was just getting into certain things. That's really funny. And I did this little elephant, hedgehog. If it fits in the frame. It may be a bit bigger. I'm not sure. I'm going to use it in something, or it'll go in one of my books or whatever. Yeah, I just was like, oh, there was some of a... I found some illustrations that I did ages ago, and I thought I need to get back into my illustrations. They were really, really cute. So I'll be showing you some artwork. I might... I'm saying I might not be on the tube, but you probably will be seeing little videos and little bits of artwork coming up over the weekend, because I'm arting and farting. Not farting, but arty-farty this weekend. So you'll probably be seeing a lot of little bits of snippets in videos, and then like I said, I've got these going on that I've got to finish off and stuff. So anyway, I best go, because I could be here all day talking to everybody. But Yeah, everybody says that, Jarvis. Everybody says that with the old the children's book thing. Yeah, they do. Do I need these messages from you and others to stay in the heart centre in the sea of mass? Thank you, Elizabeth. This is why I do what I do. You know, despite what people think of me out there, this is why I do what I do, because if I weren't doing it, I'd be listening to other people that are, and I do listen to other people that are, but I know it's much needed. So this is why I do what I do. And that's why I said the people who resonate, resonate. People who don't, go elsewhere, won't they? So, yeah. So anyway, thanks for coming in, all of you. And I will see you soon. I'll probably just be posting little bits of art videos this weekend with messages in, because they all do. And I guess we'll just see what comes up in me and comes through me onto the paper. And we'll see. So I'll see you soon. Bye. Hi, Mail. I'm going now. Bye. Yeah, guard your hearts. Be wise, everyone, and guard your hearts. Exactly. Bye.